holy shit, has Comic-Con been the best goddamn thing ever for Batman fans especially. The announcements there for Batman related stuff is like off the fucking charts. I'm losing my shit at the moment. I'm just like, this is so fucking amazing. Like, I feel like Batmite. I'm just like, oh my god. This is all fucking amazing. Okay, 3 things I want to go and cover in this video. Just reactions to the Batman vs Superman trailer. The fact that we're going to see a crossover between the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the motherfucking Dark Knight himself. And then we're going to see an animated movie adaptation of The Killing Joke, one of the most unprecedented and important graphic novels in all of comic book history, let alone within Batman lore and the whole entire fucking DC Comics universe. That trifecta right there. Holy shit. I mean, a fucking bat boner. That's all I can really go off of right now is motherfucking bat boner. This shit is up in the sky, through the fucking stratosphere, hitting the goddamn watchtower and shit for Justice League. They think this is some kind of universal threat, and it goddamn better be, because this shit is fucking awesome. Oh, man. Okay, let's start with Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossing over. So General Krang is like, you know what? Fuck the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and fuck Shredder. I'm teleporting them the hell out of here, and there's gonna be some dimensional rift. So they get tossed out of New York City, and where do they land? Right smack dab in the middle of Gotham City. Now, of course, you know, this is fucking backyard of the motherfucking Dark Knight, Batman himself. So he's going to be teaming up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 2 of the things I grew up loving the most are teaming up together. You have no idea. Like, right now, it's just... It was so much for my brain to wrap around, I didn't know where to begin. I knew that I kept on smiling, to the point motherfuckers might think that he's lost his shit, his brain broke, or, you know, Joker gas. Maybe that's some kind of shit. But we're going to be seeing Batman fight the Shredder at some point. This is going to happen. Oroku Saki versus the Dark Knight. Fight! So we don't have to leave it up to some kind of death battle bullshit from Screw Attack. We're going to see it in the comics. So 6 issues, right? 6 issues, and they're going to be doing their thing. And they were talking about how, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going to be going up against all sorts of Batman's rogues and shit from his rogues gallery, naturally, because Batman's got the best roster of bad guys that there is. But this right here is neat as hell, because it's DC Comics and IDW. So, 2 completely separate companies doing a crossover like this is a big deal. You don't see this as much as you should. Amongst the lower tier, you know, independent companies, you see it, but you don't see it amongst like Marvel and DC as often as you should. I think that they should do it a lot more often just because it'd make fans happy, so fuck it, why not? It's just good for the industry, but this is going to be fucking cool. Oh man. Oh my god. Even Eastman is doing covers for this, which is one of the co-creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and seeing the covers so far just had me hyped as hell. They didn't give tons of details about what was going on other than, you know, Krang was like, fuck you, leave, and it's like, exit stage right. So then they're fucking gone in the middle of Gotham. I'm like, okay, that's good enough for me. Yes, I will go out and buy them. They're gonna have variant covers of them. So, you know, motherfuckers are gonna be lining up day one, just be like, yep, you got bagged and boarded? Good shit. And then they roll out. So I can't wait for that. Then the announcement that we were getting an animated movie adaptation of The Killing Joke. This is a big deal. Always has been a big deal to me. I know some people will be like, well, The Killing Joke, is it really that big of a deal? For the Batman universe, it most certainly is. I've always loved this book. As a matter of fact, it was the very first graphic novel that I personally picked up. I still remember going and getting it, got the hardcover copy, and I've had it for years now and years. And they still reprint this, so if it's something you were interested in going and picking up, you should fucking read this. It's absolutely amazing. I love the hell out of it. And Bruce Timm, who is part of Batman animated series, the Justice League series, Superman animated series, all that shit, is going to be on board with this. And I know that he's currently doing another Batman animated movie, which it's like monsters and something else. I'm fucking completely having a brain fart right now. But he's covering that, and this dude has expertise, and he's got his chops. So you don't have to worry about the quality of this, it's in the right hands. And I can't wait for this, because I've noticed that DC, whenever it comes to animated movies that they've been adapting from, like, Batman Under the Red Hood, Batman Year One, Batman The Dark Knight Returns, all of which you should really, really watch, and you should most certainly read. They did such a phenomenal job of making sure that the source material was represented correctly and to the fullest. You know, they weren't pulling any punches or anything, and a lot of these are extremely mature and violent. Like, you'd be surprised that the comics themselves got away with that much shit, let alone that they made an animated movie that did that. And this is kind of shit that I wish was in theaters, because I'd fucking go out and watch this. I'd go out there with all my fucking friends and shit, and I'd go out there and I'd see this. Fucking popcorn in hand, a big old shit-eating fucking bat grin on my face. That would just be so damn cool, but to see this is gonna be amazing. You know, this was when Barbara Gordon and, well, everybody knows about Barbara Gordon becoming Oracle. That shit's gonna go down in this. The entire scene of Gordon being tortured by the Joker just to go and make him mentally snap, that whole thing is absolutely outlandish and fucked up. And people had so many questions and concerns about, you know, is this gonna be done faithfully? I can guarantee that it's going to be. Oh my god, I can't wait for it. I really can't. It's like one of my favorite Batman books, and I'm finally going to see it in animated form. And I've actually said this in past Batman videos. As a matter of fact, I have a whole entire Batman playlist, by the way, so if you say, fuck it, I want to go and watch it after this, you should, because I've talked about how I wish that they would have made this, like, a couple of years ago, as a matter of fact. Boom! Now it's happening. So, dreams do come true. And seriously, watch The Dark Knight Returns, Under the Red Hood, and Batman Year One. All those are fucking awesome. And get them all on Blu-ray. They're cheap as hell and fucking worth it. So worth it. But then, the climax here. Oh man, the fucking Bat climax. Batman versus Superman trailer. So it was already revealed that we were going to see Ben Affleck taking on the role of Bruce Wayne and taking on the role of Batman. A lot of people had their fucking concerns, and I stuck up for Ben Affleck. I said, you know, you ought to give the guy a chance. I hope that he's the most fucking awesome Batman. I hope he kicks tons of ass. You know, granted, I don't think anybody's ever going to top Kevin Conroy, but that's just my own personal opinion. But I was going to just see one of the most badass Batman ever in the entire fucking universe. And you know what? He looks awesome as Bruce Wayne. He looks awesome as fucking Batman. Seeing him go toe-to-toe with Superman, him and Supes are just fucking duking it out. I'm like, this shit looks so fucking awesome. Holy hell, it looked fucking crazy. Ben Affleck had revealed that we were going to see the reason why they're fighting is because during the Battle of Man of Steel was, well, a ton of buildings got destroyed, and guess what? Lots of people died in them, and that's something a lot of people don't think about whenever they're watching these movies, is how many lives are actually getting lost within that universe, and a lot of those people that end up getting killed worked for Bruce Wayne, or he knew them personally. So naturally, he's got this big-time vendetta. He sees somebody with godlike powers, and he worries about what the fuck could happen because he's seen so much bad shit. You know, there's a point that he sees Jason Todd's Robin suit, and it's got Joker spray paint all over it, and just constant reminders that Batman has failed. And he's failed big time, but he's also got to be there to go and protect shit. So now you're going to see them duking out. When it came to Superman's side of things, Superman has an entire world right now paying attention to everything about him. He already feels like an outsider in every sense of the word, and that has to be horrifying whenever you're growing up thinking that you're normal, then you're not, and then you want to try to be a beacon of hope for everybody, and they're just like, fuck you, you're a monster. You know, but he doesn't want to turn evil because deep down inside, he's a fucking Boy Scout. He's a good man. So he's trying to go and be this good person, and then going up against Batman, who Batman was always viewed as being kind of off the fucking charts crazy. You know, just a legit vigilante, doing things not by the book. You know, even though Gordon's like, yeah, go do your thing, Batman, go slap the shit out of them. But Clark Kent went to go and report on stories of this, and then you see Batman and Superman actually fighting it out. And seeing that shit, seeing Superman get fucking stomped in through the ground, seeing Superman go and use his fucking laser beam vision and shit. Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place right now. Seeing him use his laser eyes and shit, and then Batman just fucking swings away from that and just all-out fight. Batman was also fighting a bunch of dudes who had, like, Superman emblems on them. It's like, what the fuck's going on with that part? That I'm not too sure about, but either way, excited about seeing this. And then they showed off Wonder Woman 2 different times throughout the action scenes, and she looked like Wonder Woman. That's all there is to it. People had been scoffing at the notion that, oh yeah, she won't be all that great, yada yada yada. We haven't seen her in a speaking role yet, so we haven't seen her actually act out the role of Wonder Woman, but if she can pull that off, she has to look down, and the way that they present it looked pretty fucking legit and looked really badass, and I'm glad that they're doing this. I know that they're pushing for the whole Unite the Seven, because, you know, we are working our way towards getting a Justice League movie, and this is the first steps of making that happen. You know, there's always been the Trinity that they've talked about in DC Comics of Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And those three are the most important figureheads within DC Comics, as far as I'm concerned, and especially within the Justice League. They're founding members of it, and have been long-standing members of it, even though, you know, Batman has always done his own thing, but still important members of it, and they've been in tons of their own comics together. Hell, Batman and Superman have been in their own comics together all the time. It's its own series, and I've always enjoyed that, but seeing this, you know, we're seeing a lot of shit from Dark Knight Returns adapted and applied to this, and I think it's going to work out really well. You know, seeing there's only one thing I'm still kind of worried about, and that's the representation of Lex Luthor. And the reason why is because I've grown up seeing Lex represented within the Justice League cartoon series, Justice League Unlimited, the Superman animated series, and quite a few of the movies. So I've always seen him that way, the way that he speaks, that he looks. You know, big as fuck, jacked as shit, chiseled jaw, deep voice. It does not seem that way. That's not to say that this isn't going to be a good representation of Lex. It's just that I need to see how he goes about it. So I'm most willing to go and give it a chance. If he's going to be that egomaniacal, crazy fucking genius lunatic, and is willing to be so psychotically focused on Superman because, you know, he's got a fucking complex about himself, and he's seen something that generally, in every way, other than, you know, his head meat upstairs, is better than him. I want to see this so fucking much, just goddamn. So, Comic-Con has been good for Batman fans, that's all I'm saying. You know, you're getting a crossover of a lifetime. I mean, two of the biggest franchises ever. Two of the biggest things in pop culture. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman. You know, I've always wanted to see this, and it's kind of crazy to think that we're going to see, you know, characters from New York, from IDW, show up in DC Comics within, you know, a made-up fictional city like Gotham with Batman. You know, they're going to be fighting the likes of, like, Man-Bat and Killer Croc, which would be right at home for them, seeing some shit like that. They're like, oh yeah, that stuff's absolutely fine. But then we could see, you know, I don't know, we could see Mr. Freeze or fucking Scarecrow or the Riddler or some shit, and I cannot fucking wait. Oh man, it's gonna be so fucking cool. I hope that Deathstroke actually shows up and goes fight Shredder too, just for shits and giggles. Or this crossover continues multiple times, assuming that this ends up taking off and does really well, because it would work. It would fucking work. You know what? I want to see sewer surfing with Batman. I need to see this shit at some kind of point in time. I just want to see Batman beating up fucking Foot Clan soldiers. Need to see that. There's so many damn things. What about Splinter? Is he gonna be showing up? Splinter and Alfred just chilling out, fucking drinking tea together? That's gotta be a thing. That has to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. It would fucking work. And for Batman, he's seen all sorts of interdimensional crazy-ass bullshit. He's fucking fought gods. He's been to different planets. You know, he's been to different time periods. Seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what that is? That's Tuesday. That's Tuesday for Batman. We're getting to fucking Killing Joke. Finally! In an animated movie form, Bruce Timm is gonna be making more stuff. Oh man, I can't wait. In fucking Batman vs. Superman, I've got to be there day fucking one to watch this movie. It looks so fucking awesome. People had their doubts watching the first trailer, and we're still kind of like, but if you watched this trailer and you were not excited for it, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm sorry, but it looks fun as shit, has the action, has everything down. I mean, we're seeing a good representation of Batman. You know, people it's been like, I don't know about the whole thing with, like, you know, the past Batmans. They've been kind of this looks like Ben Affleck's got the shit down, and I can't wait for it. All I know is I'm excited. Comic-Con 2015 is fucking amazing so far. Plus, I've got other stuff to talk about, so check it out in other videos. Either way, this is AlphaOmegaSin. As always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, and comic book fans, game the fuck on. And read comic books, or die.